Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to finish off the week with Dirty Dike, Isleham Swamp, produced by Joe Corfield. Big fans of both of these cats, man. So I'm excited for this one, and it's highly recommended. So let's jump in. Let's see what he's got for us. I love this. Bro, I'm absolutely in love with this beat. Oh, man. There's something... It's like... Something about it, man. This is like... This is giving me goosebumps. I think it's... I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. It's like stirring something in me. Maybe nostalgia or something. It's bringing me back to that place, man. Big up, Joe, man. What a hell of a job.
Meet me at the swamp round the back of the gasworks in Iceland. I'll be sat with a fat bird reclining. I'll be sitting there, 6 yards sophisticated prison stare, missing hair, spinning in my little shitty swivel chair, counting lizards with a pig as if I didn't care. How's he get away with talking shit like this? It isn't fair. It simply isn't. Yeah, you need to listen. Where? Over there with all the victims and opinions. Guest list. You look a bit depressed, bitch. Hold my stack of lizards while I sellotape this death wish and decorate the cesspit. Celebrate with 10 quid. Spend it on a rainy day on anything I'm friends with. Friends trip and get a...
Okay, first off, I'm really loving the video. I've already commented on the production. Absolutely, it's like almost stunningly beautiful, this production. This is one of those things, man. I could just have that song, the instrumental, playing all day long. It is absolutely wonderful. And I'm loving Dike on this, man. Not too sure what he's talking about. Counting lizards or something? I'm not sure what that's all about. But I kind of get the feeling, I don't know. Is it a little bit like he's got his own little place, his own little lane, his own little kind of identity? Or I guess I don't want to use lane, but I guess he has created his own lane in terms of, I mean, there's no one else like Dike, right? Dike is Dike, and I kind of get this idea where he's over here doing his own thing, nobody else is doing it, and he got these people saying like, how's he getting paid to do this thing? And he says stand over there with all the other victims and the complainers and shit like that, right? Like, people are so busy trying to pick apart and find fault in what he's doing, and he's just kind of being like, I just want to be over here, allow myself to be me. And he just wants to be with the people who love him and love him for what he does, and all the other people can just like piss off, right? And leave him alone, let him do what he's doing rather than being a victim and stuff. Maybe I'm off on that, man, but it's kind of how I feel with that. And that's like, even to talk about celebration after he lays down a track. And I get that feeling, man. But anyways, let's just keep going, man. This is This is a beautiful track so far, man. Well done.
In my little shitty swivel chair, counting lizards with a pig as if I didn't care. How's he get away with talking shit like this? It isn't fair. Simply isn't. Yeah, you need to listen. Where? Over there with all the victims and opinions. Guest list. You look a bit depressed, bitch. Hold my stack of lizards while I sellotape this death wish and decorate the cesspit. Celebrate with 10 quid. Spend it on a rainy day on anything I'm friends with. Friends trip and get a bitch and a jet quick. And act as if it wasn't represent till the death shit. It's never fresh, I'll be there when the wedge splits. With everything you never left kept in a shed. Me here's the spot that only seems to exist in deep memory. Bring a pen and mean everything you're telling me. I know I speak it so easily and
Sorry, I'm going to bring it back a second because my brain was still working on that whole part about... I just completely missed the beginning of the hook here. But I was thinking about that thing that he was talking about. Friends, like they meet a bird and they leave, and and I just want to hear that part again, man.
You look a bit depressed, bitch. Hold my stack of lizards while I sellotape this death wish and decorate the cesspit. Celebrate with 10 quid. Spend it on a rainy day on anything I'm friends with. Friends trip and get a bitch and a jet quick. And act as if it wasn't represent till the death shit. It's never pressure, I'll be there when the wedge splits. With everything you never left kept in a shed. Me here's the spot that only seems to exist.
That's what I wanted to hear, man. That idea, like, even though he's had some friends that may have kind of left him behind. I mean, it happens, right? You meet a girl or whatever, and they become your whole life, and you kind of, you separate from your friend group, and you spend all your free time with them. I like the idea where he's saying, like, you know what, man? Even after when the shit goes sideways and you're no longer with her, I'll still be here, man. I'm still your friend. I'll still be here. I'll still be your mate. Love that, man.
Friends trip and get a bitch and a jet quick. And act as if it wasn't represent till the death shit. It's never pressure, I'll be there when the wedge splits. With everything you never left kept in a shed. Me here's the spot that only seems to exist in deep memory. Bring a pen and mean everything you're telling me. I know I speak it so easily and cleverly, but please, your dream catcher doesn't mean to be the deaf you see. Capture your beliefs and head steadily. Forget and keep remembering intelligence is never free. Don't let that bitch ever question your integrity. I wanna say your name, but I don't wanna be your enemy. She pens a question in my head, and in my head it seems. Is she just another desperate thief? Please, I keep it blessed for my team. If you have to ask the question at the start, I guess you'll never see. What's the point in trying to pick apart a leather seam? You can't change a spinning heart and get a settled dream. Let it breathe is my message to most. And I ain't trying to get dismissive, be possessive and boast. I'm just trying to make your wishes best, better and hope. And well, if they're settled, then I guess as a bloke that it's only back watching that I'm out for. I snap a block, found it for that downpour. At the spot that only seems to exist in deep memory. Bring a pen and mean everything you're telling me. I know I speak it so easily and cleverly, but please, your dream catcher doesn't mean to be the deaf you see. At least capture your beliefs and head steadily. Forget and keep remembering intelligence is never free. Don't let that bitch ever question your integrity. I wanna say your name, but I don't wanna be your enemy.
That whole second verse, man. I mean, I guess you could, on like first blush, you can kind of think that perhaps it has something to do with a woman getting in the way, but I don't think that at all. I think that's kind of he's given perhaps Colin. My guess is it's doubt or fear or whatever it is. He's putting like a feminine name to that, and the idea of if it gets inside your head and you start questioning whether or not you can do this or this is supposed to be for you. And he talks about like the dream catcher and the hook, and and the spinning heart and all that kind of stuff. Like I really do feel like that's kind of what he's getting at is you can give up on your dream and you'll just be like an average bloke, and dozens and hundreds of those people that give up on their dream and don't follow through. This is a deep track, man. I think it just does. I mean, kind of comes down to that whole thing, like I was saying after the first verse, is the fact that Dike just wants to be allowed to be Dike and doesn't. I mean, he does not. He also doesn't care. Like, if you want to be a bitch, if you want to bitch and moan and complain and be a victim and all that kind of stuff, it's fine. Go be over there. You're not invited here. I'm not allowing you into my circle. Day ones are here, man. People I love. You're on the guest list, but the rest of you cats can hang out over there. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be strange. I'm gonna be saying shit that is unusual. I'm gonna be saying shit that's gonna get up in people's feelings. But it's me. This is who I am and what I want to do. And the second part about the idea of, chasing that dream and not allowing the doubt get in your head. And even after you kind of have followed that dream, and that doubt continues to follow you, right? And the idea too is like, I don't want to say I don't want to say your name, like, in order to get the enemy. And I kind of think it might be about that. Like, if he doesn't want to actually acknowledge the fact that doubt is there, because if you acknowledge that doubt, then perhaps that'll crush that dream. It'll make you second guess the path you're on. That's what I'm getting out of this track, man. It's fucking beautiful, and I love it so much. I really do. Big ups for all this, man. This is such a great song.
Better and hope, and well, if that's settled, then I guess it's a bloke that it's only back watching that I'm out for. I snap a block, found it for that downpour. At the spot that only seems to exist in deep memory. Bring a pen and mean everything you're telling me. I know I speak it so easily and cleverly, but please, your dream catcher doesn't mean to be the deaf you see. At least capture your beliefs and head steadily. Forget and keep remembering intelligence is never free. Don't let that bitch ever question your integrity. I wanna say your name, but I don't wanna be your enemy.
Yo, man, big ups for everything. I think the video is so dope too, man. I love that whole that whole package was so nice. I'm in love with this song, and I could be way off in how I interpret it, but like I've said before, man, that's what makes this art, any art form, so amazing and so important to us, man, as people. Is just the ability to hear that song and get whatever it is that you want to get out of that song. You get it, just touches you on a moment where you need it, and it was just great, man. I just really enjoyed it. Hopefully, I'm sure you've heard it as well, but if you haven't, make sure, even if you have, man, go over to High Focus, give it a watch, give it a listen, stream it, buy it, do whatever you can to support these cats, because they do it for us as much as they do it for them, man. It's just show them some love, and I love you guys each and every day. We're closing in on 750. I got some plans up for that, so looking forward to getting there. And until next time, stay safe. Be good to each other.